this already.
Yeah. Say something in the mic for me real quick.
Yo.
See, man.
Yo.
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 The mic, something. Say something again.
Yo. There
we go. Now say something.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo. Yo. Yeah, man. Give us a hot second. We getting our everything situated. And we'll be right with you and get it popping. And what I need y'all to do is share. You feel me? Like and share.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay. Test. Put me up in there. Yeah. It's on. I got it coming in.
Yeah.
Yo. Alright, what you want? You got it upside down.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sit like that. Nah. Try, yeah, like that. You want one of them? One of these things so you can sit it up on or lean it back on or whatever. Yo!
Yeah. Yo. What's up? What's happening, man? What y'all doing?
You want to go on to it? You want to go into it?
What they we getting some people on there? People popping?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Huh?
So ain't nobody telling me
On the Insta yet? That's alright.
Might as well go to Facebook.
You better not let nobody hear you say it. You got it. Nah, that's only one for now.
That's what's up.
On the Insta yet? That's alright.
That's what we get it popping, get it going. I shared it.
Yeah, I'll get the sharing now.
We'll do something a little different today, Herb. I ain't got no guess. I guess I'm gonna let you in on the Picasso creative writing process. What's up? Now, one. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, man, this is Raw Poetry Podcast. A branch out for Street Culture Radio. I am your host, Soze Picasso. You feel me? I'm a poet, a writer, anything dealing with the creative process, I like to be in it. So we just working out the kinks and getting things going, and we're gonna be talking to you about Picasso's creative writing process, the way that I write and get my juices flowing, and how I create and put things to paper and this and that nature to bring it to you to perform whatsoever.
Give it a little bit.
Some creative processes are the same and some of them is different. You know, it just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. We're going to get into it in a second. Just bear with us. Share.
Yup.
Like, share. You feel me?
Yup.
Yo.
Alright.
Yeah, welcome to Raw Poetry Podcast. I'm your host, Soze Picasso, and we'll branch out for Street Culture Radio. And tonight we're gonna do something a little different tonight. I'm gonna let y'all in on my creative process. You feel me? Now, a lot of the times I do some of the basic stuff, like brainstorming, like you learned in school. You come up with a concept which is what you want to write or talk about. So you come with this concept, and it's different forms of brainstorming. You can either jot down every word that comes to mind dealing with this concept, or I like to do the bubble kind of thing. Like I write the concept, circle it, and then I put little lines and little branches off, and I write like little subtitles that go with the concept. Or if I already got an idea what I want to talk about, I'll write 3 or 4 bubbles, because I usually break mine down in threes. You feel me? So I write 3 or 4, circle the concept, make 3 or 4 lines, and write down this. This is what I'm going to talk about first. This is what I'm going to talk about second. This is what I'm going to talk about third. Like, I had a poem called Supposed to Be. And I knew that first I wanted to get into the us, or the personal part of Supposed to Be. So I put that first, what I was going to talk about. And then second, I wanted to get into about the, the craziness, how the cops be killing us or killing black people and things of that nature and stuff like that. So I wrote that down second. And then I got into the government aspect of it, so I wrote that down third. And with doing that, I started writing. And I started, like I said, with the part at the beginning. What did I say? The personal aspect of it, mostly us killing us and neglecting us. So I write that pretty much almost like a verse, like a minute 16, because most poems is 3 minutes. I guess it's your average for slams and shows and things of that nature. So I wrote that. And then what I also like to do is sometimes I just freelance and write, because as long as you write, there is no correct way. Let me let you know, it's no correct way to write. As long as you're writing, you're doing it the correct way. You feel what I'm saying? The hardest thing is to sit down and write. And the more you write, the better you get. So sometimes I just freelance stuff or I come up with ideas. And then I also got a voice recorder on my phone. What's up? How you doing? I also got a voice recorder on my phone, so no matter where I'm at, what's going down, I can be at work, anything. If I come up with something in my head, I'm whipping out my phone, putting it on the voice recorder. Because 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to remember it later on. You know what I'm saying? You going to have a million thoughts on the way from work to the crib. You might not remember it, or you might not remember exactly how you said it, so I put it in a voice recorder. Whether it be a hot line, a metaphor, a phrase, or just an idea that I have. So I do it, and then I write, and I write, and I write, and I write. The more you write, the easier and more frequent it will come out. The less you write, the harder it'll be to get to what you're trying to say. You'll have to do a whole lot of revising. Because you'll say this and you'll say it like, I wanted to run down to the park. You feel me? But it'll be simple, it'll be bored. Like, that's what I won't say, but that's not exactly how strategic or how cold the way I want to get it across. I might want to gently skate down the park. Or I might want to run like the road runner down to the park. Or, you know what I'm saying? You get the drift. So, I write things. Sometimes I lay them down. Sometimes it takes days. Sometimes it takes months. Because I might come back to it. I might just lay it there, leave it for a couple of days. I might hop on something else. Then I might come back to that. It just depends on the situation and what I'm working on and what I'm writing. But it all depends on you. And sometimes, like, you catch a writer's block or something, you got to take a break. You got to get away from it completely. Go watch Martin on the TV and laugh. I step outside, breathe, get some fresh air, stare at the stars. Take a vacation, depending on what you're working on and how long it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different stuff. Go have a drink, go kick it, get out the house for a minute. You know, don't even think about it. Then it might hit you while you're there, or you might come back and something might hit you, and you can add on to it. But a whole lot too, writing for me is therapy. Like, I might got something that's bothering me, something that I want to get off my chest, or something I can't stop thinking about, and I'll write about it. And to me, the best poems is the real life situations. Like, I try to keep mine as real as possible because I think people resonate with real. So I try to keep my poems as real as possible, dealing with situations where that too can make them timely, because you can always go back to them. I refer to it, maybe somebody's going through it, maybe you know somebody's going through it, or maybe you've been through that, or maybe you just now starting to go through that, so you want to listen to my poem because it could help you get through something. It might spark some idea or make you see something a certain way, so I gravitate to the real. I like, you know, like, say something happened, you be like, man, that's a messed up situation, man. I'm gonna write a whole poem about messed up situations. You know what I'm saying? So, and tonight I'm also gonna share with y'all, so that's pretty much how my creative process go. I'm also gonna share with y'all little snippets off the album that's coming. It's probably gonna drop between June and July-ish. Try and get some things together and work out some little kinks and stuff. But it's coming this summer for sure. And I also have a sci-fi, first a little CD, mixtape, whatever you want to call it. It's called Raw Poetry Volume 1, Views and Issues. And I'm gonna drop a little sci-fi short story probably around this fall, 2019. And it's called Good Night, Lost Soul. So we're gonna get into the album. I'm gonna let y'all hear like 1 minute snippets, 50-second snippets, and then I'm gonna explain to you how I got into that piece of work or what inspired me to write about that piece of work. Bear with me for a second.
You ready? You want me to go?
Yeah. I can walk outside and feel the breeze, but I'm still not free. One shackle, no chains. Hidden bars left me scarred. A prison lurks in my brain. Modern day slavery. But the sweet taste of freedom is savory. Jobs in jail, trapped in a living hell. Some cast a spell where the devil dwell for financial freedom. Souls just gave up and you know he need them. Kings and queens in black robes on thrones handing out years like her. You starving, eat them. Powers to be claim we free. Treat us like rats in a maze. If we start to think for ourselves, cut off the GPS, steer off course and take the back way. Yes, of course they put us back in the cage. But I'm free on stage when I recite what I say. They might try, but they can't take it away. Try to lock it down, my freedom of speech will break away. It's like the Hulk El Chapo, it's not meant to be contained. You can peep it, but you can't keep it. It's meant to be shared and free, it's not a secret. So that piece is called Freedom. And I came up with that piece like this is crazy. Like some pieces, like I said, take time. Like I came up with that piece like in 04. I started it in 04. I was on the watch. And that's why I said you can walk outside and feel the breeze, but you still not free. Because even though I could leave, go outside, maybe work release or something, I wasn't free. I got this anklet on. You feel me? One shackle, no chains. Hidden bars left me scarred. A prison lurks in my brain. Yeah, they made us go through. It was part of the program. I was in this little program called DRC. And I had to learn about my mentality and the way it was, you know what I'm saying, to overcome the situation that I was in and to graduate the class. So I started writing it then, not 04, 2014, I'm sorry, like in 2014. And then I wrote it, but it wasn't done. I ended up rewriting it. You feel what I'm saying? Adding to it and rewriting it. Kept probably like the first beginning and then added the rest. And it just came from how judges just be throwing out years like candy and football numbers. How, you know, we think we free. And then, like I said, I broke it up in bits and pieces because I told it from a personal aspect about my freedom. Then I told it from like a worldly aspect. Like, what if we wasn't free? What if martial law came today and different things, like the tricks and the different things they do, and they make us think we free, but we really not. So, and I shot a video to that. If y'all want to see that video, y'all can look me up on YouTube at Soze Picasso, SOZE PICASSO, Soze Picasso. So that's how that one came about. We're gonna get into the next one.
We got a question.
What's the question?
It's from Sydney Flo. What inspired you to do poetry and a book?
Well, poetry, ever since I could write, probably like in middle school, when we had to do little personal narrative and little creative writing pieces, I realized that I was good at it, and that's what I like to do. So I've been writing ever since then, writing, rapping, poems, and things of that nature. And I like certain poets like Edgar Allan Poe and certain stories. So what inspired me to do a book, I always had this idea. For one, I like Stephen King. You know, we got one or two things similar in common. I like Stephen King, and I always had this idea that, you know, they say blacks always get killed in horror flicks and stuff like that. So I wanted to be a black dude to do horror flicks and sick shit. So I had this idea about a little vampire book, and that's what I wanted to do. And it's been my idea for a while. Like some stuff too, even before it hit the paper, I'm writing it in my head. Like I might have a whole verse in my head before it even hit the paper, because I'm writing it in my head, or a whole concept, or a whole plot, or a beginning of a story. I'm going over it in my head over and over. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it came about with the book and me writing and doing poetry.
Wanna go?
Yeah.
We going to job.
Job, okay.
Fuck a job. I don't want to work. Getting up early, long, sweaty hours, back aching and feet hurt. Modern day slavery, bite my tongue, taking orders from some jerk. When he's really just a punk in a position of power, wearing a skirt. Talking 10 carat crazy, got you on the borderline of going berserk. Now see why they call it work. Got us hustling hard for pennies, trying to get ahead, but the shit don't work. Barely paying bills, living check to check, and they wonder why we at each other's neck. All crammed in together, a science experiment, that's why they call it a project. The illusion of the American dream got us glorifying material objects, cause it's not meant for everyone, just some. The rest of us gotta make someone else rich. If you can't cope, get out on the street and bum. Most of us will never be rich. The rest is stuck in the slums, barely eating, starving, scraping crumbs. In the midst of this madness, all I can think about is my son, who I should be giving all my time making memories and having fun. You spend more time at work than you do with your family. All that headache and mental stress is damaging. We should have just lived off the land and kept trading. No disrespect, but life's a bitch and she's crazy. No role models to show us the way, so they call us lazy. Just over broke, just obey boss. Just follow orders, no call, no showing. Your job is lost. You expendable. They'll have a new tip tomorrow, so you can't get tossed. It's just business, never personal, no love lost. Fuck a job, fuck a boss. In my own lane, cool and raw, real always win. I need to clear my...
So, J.O.B. came about because I don't like to work, man. I mean, you feel me? You want me to lie to you, or you want me to be honest? You want me to tell you the truth or dress up a pretty lie? You feel me? Like, especially the way work's set up. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't like to work, because I work. I ain't got no problem with, working or hustling. I get mans, but I'm a creative type. This is the work I prefer to do. I prefer to write. I prefer to act. I prefer to draw, sketch, design on the computer. I prefer to read. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they take me away from excelling to my full potential, because I'm there getting their money, wearing my body out all day, 24/7. Plus, like I said, you spend more time at work than you do with your family. Like, if we got to work, I feel like we should work part-time hours and get full-time pay. You know what I'm saying? Work 4 or 5 hours, get full-time pay, still be able to pay your bills, and still have plenty of time to spend with your family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how a job came about. And then it's always some lame jerks, somebody who's crunk because they position of power make them feel like something because they never been nothing or something. Whatever their issues are, I guess a boss, a bully, just won't talk to you sideways, and then, a lot of work and jobs be like high school. It'd be a bunch of extra stuff that's just in the way. So I don't like to work. So that's how it came about.
Yeah, okay. We got a couple more questions over here too.
That's what's up.
Okay, we go to her. Okay, did he write a book? Is it fiction? Okay. Did you write a book? Is it fiction?
Yeah, I wrote it. This in the process. I need to revise it one more time. I haven't edited it. And yes, it is fiction.
Okay. And then we got the same Sydney Floyd again. Oh, that was author April Bain. And they asked, did you write a book? Okay.
Appreciate your question, homie.
Sydney Flo again, have you ever thought about acting?
Yeah, that's what I would like to do too. You know what I mean? Acting, because it's another creative type of thing. You get to create. You get to be a part of somebody's masterpiece or your own masterpiece, and then you get to stand back and watch what you did and create. We shout out to the homie Lester Boy Films and Bizer Media Group, because they brought me in one of their little movies, so I'm actually acting right now. We're shooting a movie called the Lane Holmes Story. Southwick and Cotter Home Story to be out this summer. And shout out to the homie Twan Critney. Get up, go get it. You feel me? Because he got a TV show coming called Fresh Out. And I don't know when that'll be popping, but we ready to start shooting for that too. So, yeah, I got a couple of little acting things going on. It's beautiful. It's a blessing because in the world of creativity, it opened up all type of doors and possibilities.
That was it for now.
That was it.
Yeah, for the question.
Okay, we're going to get into the next track. Why don't y'all share it? Share.
Okay. Just don't ask me.
Just play a minute of it, don't even play the whole.
Okay. My bad.
He's straight.
The sun is deep in the sky. He's so hot that it's angry outside. Drama feels like humidity. And motherfuckers is burning up cause I'm not falling for their stupidity. If that's what you do, cool. Shit, I don't knock it. Just don't be swerving in my lane with your hand in my pocket. And you know what I got popping? Are you secretly trying to stop it? A better life for me and others, my son's future. Get this business off the ground and profit. Do you ask cause I love you? And you know I do anything for you. Eat my last cause my heart is made of gold and I hate to see you struggle. I do you be like shit, if he don't get it, he'll get it. His soul's born to hustle. Is it cause I'm consistent, persistent, and you be hitting and missing? Stand on your luck, fucked up, create problems for yourself and won't listen. I'm not rich and you know this. I'm maintaining and barely making it.
That track is called Don't Ask Me. Meaning don't ask me for shit. If I don't ask you for nothing, so don't ask me for shit. You feel me? Cause like, you know, I'm cool. If I rock with you, I rock with you. If I ride with you, I ride with you. You know, big heart and all that. If you need something, you need me, I got it. But it was a time period where there was a whole lot of people around me always asking for something. And not only that, like I couldn't go to you if I needed it. And I'm not going to come to you because I don't really like ask nobody for nothing. But even if I really need it, I should be able to come to you as many times as you done asked me. You feel what I'm saying? So, people with their hand in your pocket and always on some extra, whether they was using or they knew they could because they preying on your feelings and emotion or your love that you have for them. So, that's how Don't Ask Me came about. And then I felt like someone was dead wrong because someone was close to me and they knew what I was trying to do, but you steadily taking. That video's out now on YouTube also, starring me and my son and my little nephew. So y'all should check that out. That's Soze Picasso at YouTube. SOZE PICASSO Picasso. Soze Picasso.
You going to another?
Yeah.
Alright. Reflection.
I need to clear my thoughts. I can't hear myself think. Let me hit this blunt. Let me sip this drink. Mysterious and mystical. Here I go. Where do I start? Pain all in my heart. Cause I lost my kinfolk. And that's more than one. No role model, so I'm selling drugs and toting guns. Too young to work, so this is how I increase funds. Heart rate increase. Action scenes is what we thought was fun. Product of my environment. This lifestyle I'm living has no pension and no retirement. Started off with a good heart, but that pavement turned me into Iron Man. Raised in the last days where you don't speak through the wire, man. And I ain't glorifying shit. I'm just speaking reality. Why you look so mean? It's my father died at 11, so he can't smell it.
That's a piece called Reflection. That was actually when I got into it, that was actually one of the first pieces I wrote about 3 years ago when I started performing and started really trying to go hard at this. And I was just reflecting, looking back on my life and different things and situations that molded me into me. So that's what I was talking about in that one.
Another.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Something that is required is supposed, and something that is assumed to be true, even if it's really not. Now hold that thought. This concept I'm finna break down like an informant at a shakedown with 2 strikes, so you know I'm finna tell it out now. Remember Menace to Society, the scene in the drive-thru when Kane ran up with the bang and put it to dude, and dude tried to be cool and said, "We supposed to be brothers, but we not." Kane still holding the bang, told him, "Give me what you got." It's a shame, the sad thing to be over chump change, know your worth. Majority of you lames killing for some J's and some skin-tight jeans with the wings on the ass glistening. We supposed to stick together, pull as we climb, each one teach one. But why can't that be? 4 words. White supremacy, envy, jealousy. They want us separated. We was taught self-hatred, so when we see each other, we hate it. Nigga, what the fuck you looking at? Something so small and escalated from a match to a forest fire.
That was supposed to be, and that's why I said the definition in the beginning of it. I said something that is required is supposed, and something that is assumed to be true, even if it's really not. So every time you use the word supposed to be, it's like that's not what it is though. Like, black people supposed to be cool, we supposed to be getting along, we're not supposed to be killing each other. We supposed to be at the top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's supposed to be walking in harmony. Everybody should be cool. It's not supposed to be racism, but that's not the truth. So I just did a whole poem about things that are supposed to be, but they're really not. Like our government's supposed to be for us, but truthfully, 9 times out of 10, they're probably really not. So that's how it came about.
Okay, Gwen C got a question. What is the one thing that you created that you most learned from and found the most value in?
The one thing that I created that I most learned from and found the most value in. The CD that I created with all these pieces on it, I think it's more valuable because it's really like, it's called Views and Issues. It's just my views on a bunch of worldly and different issues. So I guess you can say it's like for the people. And I find that valuable because that's why God give you the talent to share it with the people. So, but one thing that I found value in and I like was the book, because it didn't happen overnight. Like, I really had to buckle down, sit down and write and put it together. And even though I had like an outline and I'm like it was scenes from a movie, I'm gonna put this part in there, I'm gonna put this part in there. You can't just jump to that part. You can't just say, okay, it's gonna be a fight scene or a shooting scene here and hop on the paper, skip the beginning, the middle, and all that and just jump. Fight scene, motherfuckers fighting. I mean, you can't do it. So you have to go from your last idea and write up to that scene and make it sound good and flow and go together, and then roll in or ease into that scene smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I found value in, and it gave me a pat on the back and made me feel like I could do something. So I actually sat down and buckled down and wrote a whole book. And I had fun doing it.
We doing another one?
Yeah, when we're rolling to what's that? What we got? One of the songs.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a song on. Which one you want on?
You got both of them on there too?
Yeah.
I'll let them hear a snippet of both of them.
Okay.
I actually got a couple of songs. It's mostly poetry on the CD, but I got about 2-3 songs on there too for you.
Okay, here we go.
Tricky G's production.
Soze, hey, Picasso, La Mama, yeah. Come here, let me rap to you for a second, just for a second. You looking like my type.
Freaky G's
Are you my type? Yeah. I need a special girl, cause I'm a special dude. Gotta be cool, nice personality, lose the attitude. I need a freak too, I know special moves. If you ain't a freak, little mama, then this ain't for you. Gotta be hood, holding packs is understood. If I go broke, this is what you do, we good. Gotta have a swag of love when I beat and stab ya. Anytime of the day, play with the dagger. Multiple times a day, begging me to drag ya. Splissy match addicted, tell your friend what the dick did. I'ma take it slow, I'ma speed it up. Feel it in your gut, rub it in between your blood. Now who you trust, this is great love.
That song right there is strictly what it is for the ladies, you feel me? It's called Break Me Off. It's you know, when you see something so bad, that chemistry is just at the top, and you just, cause you know, you can see a pretty girl, you can compliment them and say, how you doing? You look good today, your hair's cute, and you can keep it moving, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just see something, you be like, I can't let that get past me. I might not ever see her again. So it's called Break Me Off, you feel me? Because this just so passionate, and the chemistry and all that's just, you know, you feel me? And actually, this song is old to me, new to y'all. Like, I actually wrote this song years ago. We just heard recently, re-recorded it. But the song's timeless, because you're always going to run across that one that makes you feel like, oh yeah, I guess to have him. It's just something about him or her. So that's how it came about.
Broad daylight out off your on switch. 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 Broad daylight out off your on switch.
They got me on probation, so here's what I'm facing. Life Stephen King, sick movie in the making. Friday the 13th, outcast like Jason. Red and green pills, man, I'm caught in the matrix. Emerged from the underworld, dodging the hatred. Master ceremony, what I spit is sacred. Leader of the coat, give orders like the Pope. I used to try to build my empire off dope. Now I switch white hustle, shorty wanna cuddle. Is it cause I'm clean like something I fumble? Used to stay in trouble, my rocks like born in trouble.
Man, I came up with majority of that a few years back and just added on to it recently too. Like, I came up with that, I think I was fresh on probation, just had my son. So I said about 8, 9 years ago, I was fresh on probation, just had my son. And I'm laying there, I think I'm trying to sleep for school. And I'm just laying there, and out of nowhere, it just pops in my head. It's like, because I'm going through it, I'm stressing, you feel me? I'm hot. Like, these people can tell me what to do, send me to jail, whatever, you feel me? And people don't even know I thought I was going to jail for a long time, so I had my son on purpose so I could have something to come home to, something to keep me motivated in the penitentiary. But I ended up getting put on probation. So I'm laying in the bed and it's hit me and I can't stop thinking about it, so I had to jump up and write it down before I went to sleep. Because I was like, man, they got me on probation. 7 years is what I'm facing. My life is Stephen King, sick movie in the making. Friday the 13th, outcast like Jason. Red and green pills, man, I'm caught in the matrix. You feel me? So that's how it came to me. But yeah, man, this has been fun. It's been different. Thank y'all for tuning in and growing with me and being patient with me. This is Raw Poetry Podcast, a branch out of Street Culture Radio. I'm Soze Picasso. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You feel me? And the CD will be out in June, July-ish. Views and Issues. Y'all be looking for that book coming too. You feel me?
Broad daylight out off your on switch. 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 Broad daylight out off your on switch.